All right, well, it is 6 o'clock, so I will open the October 7th meeting of the Rutland Conservation Commission. I'm still sharing screens? I am, good, everybody can see this. We are being recorded, we are live on cable, and folks can watch this through the YouTube channel afterwards for your viewing pleasure after tonight's meeting. Let's see, we have a quorum, we have 5 members in the room, Mary, Brian, Glenda, George, and myself, Jared. 2 members not here tonight, Tim and Melissa. All right, let's start with meeting minutes. So we've got meeting minutes for our last meeting from September 16th. Pull those up. If anybody needs me to scroll down, let me know.
Feels like so long ago.
It does, right?
I know, when was last year? September. I don't have any comments.
Comments?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as written.
A second.
Let's do roll call. George, why don't we start with you?
Farrington, aye.
Mary,
Oh,
let's go
back
to-
to me, sorry.
Yeah, let's go to you
Aye.
next.
Bjork and I.
Williamson,
Tucci, aye. All right, meeting minutes approved. Okay, we're gonna reopen the public hearing for the amendment to the order of conditions for Brice Estates, Woodside Ave. And continued from our last meeting on September 16th. Tamika, I don't believe we have any updates on this one.
We don't, and I think I mentioned in my email that I had reached out to Becky at Mass DEP last week to kind of seek her guidance and see if they've gotten anything. I did not receive a response, so unfortunately I don't have any updates at this time.
Okay. Well, I think we can probably just continue this one again.
October 21st.
Okay. I'm just thinking, is there anything we need to do in the meantime? I guess not really, just wait till
No,
we hear
'cause
back
we
from
were-
DEP.
Well, we were waiting for submission of the revised documents from
Right.
Chris Lucas,
Yeah,
so I'd say until we get those, there isn't much we can do,
okay.
yeah.
Is it
And then
worth reaching out to Chris just to check on the status?
I can reach out to
Okay,
Chris.
yeah, maybe just see where he's at, if he
Sure,
has an ETA and when those might be available,
Yep.
just so we know.
you got it,
Thank you, Tamika.
no problem.
Since this is a public hearing, I'll just ask, I don't see anybody online, but I'll just ask if there's any comments from the public, any comments or questions from the public on this one? All right, hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to continue this to, I already forgot,
October
21st,
21st.
October
yes.
21st.
I'll make a motion to continue to October 21st.
A second.
All right, roll call.
Farrington, aye.
Hunt, aye.
Bjork, I.
Williamson,
Gentilucci, aye.
I just have a quick question, and maybe Mark knows the answer. Is there a limit on the number of times that you can continue a hearing before you have to close it and they have to reapply?
That's a good.
I've never heard of that
I don't
before.
think the WPA speaks to that. Have you ever heard
I
anything?
think as long as you keep opening it and closing it, I think
You can
you're
keep going?
safe, but I'm not sure.
Okay,
Yeah, and like they request,
Some towns have policies where they won't go beyond a certain amount of time,
mhm,
but I don't think there's anything legally.
that prevents you from just keeping
Yeah.
it going, okay.
Yeah, I don't know, but good question for town
I
council.
feel like they can request a continuance
Yeah.
to a known date,
Oh, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know what you
you
mean.
know what I mean, but
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, that was just a random.
It's never come up, most people don't wanna be in the permitting cycle that long.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true.
Good point.
All right, next item, we'll open the public hearing for a notice of intent for 20 and 22 Finn Park Road. Mark, that's you, right?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I don't have a DEP number yet,
Okay.
and since we have 2 members out, I don't know if we'll have quorum issues in the future, if we should limit discussion, or if we should actually hold the discussion, I'll kind of leave that up to you. I could go either way.
I'm not too worried about the whole quorum issue, I don't think that'll be an issue in the future.
Yeah, as long as most of you are in future meeting attendance, I think
Yeah.
I'm okay.
I think we should be okay there.
For October,
October 21st would be our next meeting.
I'll be here,
Okay.
possibly.
And absent members can actually watch and still
Mhm.
participate, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, so don't anticipate any quorum issues. Yeah, without a DEP number, unfortunately, we won't be able to close
Right.
tonight.
Mhm.
But I guess
But
since we have it open, do you want to just
Yeah,
give us a quick overview of the
yeah, happy to
project?
present. Yeah, so the property is 20 and 22 Finn Park Road.
Site plan.
So it's currently two structures. We're proposing to demolish both structures and construct new, and go from two structures to one. We're hoping to bring it away from the property lines and actually help with some of the zoning issues. And we're getting rid of two on-site systems and upgrading to a Title V compliant with a few waivers, modern Title V system on the property with a drilled well. So this is before you, we've gone to the Board of Health and we have gone to DCR to request a variance. So we do have a variance from the DCR under the Watershed Protection Act for this work. So my plan is, pending approval from Conservation and DEP to then take it to Zoning Board of Appeals if needed.
And Glenda and I, we did a site walk with Mark, was that a couple Fridays ago now? I think I
Yeah.
do have the
Yeah.
pictures you sent Glenda too.
It was the 26th.
Glenda, anything from that site walk worth
Uh,
noting?
not particularly,
Yeah.
one thing that did stand out was that drop off from the existing house
yeah.
down to the backyard.
Yep.
So you're just gonna be grading that whole slope down?
Yeah, that's actually in the area of the proposed septic, so some of that's gonna get graded down. And then where the house is, we're gonna maintain where the house by the road is, we're gonna maintain existing grades. Because it's at road elevation, to be able to pull a car onto the lot. And then, really the whole lot is low compared to both sides at the property lines. So we're gonna try and work with neighbors to tie the grades in. Even if we have to grade a little bit beyond the property line, if the neighbors are willing.
So that shows, Glenda, you're talking about the drop off at the
Yeah.
wall,
Mm.
that's what you're referring to,
Yeah, under the yellow structure.
Yeah, so in that photo, the pond is at your back. And the proposed septic system is just this side of the yellow structure.
Oh, yeah, that's right, okay.
And the closer structure to the pond is the one on the left.
Mark, you're already showing erosion controls on the plan down at the lower
Yeah,
end of the
and-
site, so that looked like it was pretty well covered.
Yeah, what's not on the plan that was conditioned by DCR is straw bales for erosion control.
That's right, we did talk about that.
So those will be installed.
Yep. Okay, any questions or comments from commission members? Any questions or comments from the public? Alright. Well, unfortunately, we don't have a DEP number, so we will have to continue.
When did you submit this, Mark?
I forget now, I think it was
If you look at the
August.
application, I have a stamp on the front page of it.
let's see, I can find that. September 15th? Does that sound right?
I don't know what time flies, like you could
I
tell
know,
me.
right? Yeah, September 15th.
You can tell me August 15th, you can tell me September 15th, I don't believe you either way.
Sounds right.
Mark's there. Tell the letter. Okay, so
Yeah, no word from DEP
what's the
yet, though.
deal?
I don't know, it seems like it's been taking longer and longer lately.
It has?
It has been.
You'll
Yeah.
probably get it tomorrow.
Well, I know, I've noticed they've been taking
Yeah,
It seems like they've been taking all of 4 or 5 weeks, like, they're I think they're only supposed to have 21 days to issue a number. But nobody abides by that.
and Murphy's Law says we will get it tomorrow, cause that happens all the time, right after the meeting, we get them.
Yeah, well, they're all fully staffed now, so they should be all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed issuing numbers.
Are they?
That's what Kim Roth told me.
Really? I thought they were still short-staffed.
They have a new circuit rider who ignores me completely.
That's not good.
Maybe she heard you were talking about
Maybe
your
it's just me,
meetings.
maybe it's not any other agents, it's just
Just
one.
you.
Yeah.
Mark, are you looking to start work this fall or next spring? Do you know what the schedule is?
I still have to go to ZBA, and I want
Yeah.
to make sure nothing changed before we go to ZBA, so, we don't wanna make a mess over the winter, but we might start doing some of the demo while everything's frozen.
Okay.
Just to make it a little easier. But I don't anticipate any heavy work over the winter,
Okay, alright.
cause we'll still need asbestos reports on the houses anyways and stuff like that.
Oh,
That's good to know.
demo.
Yeah.
The zoning
That's
board,
fine.
what is zoning board's jurisdiction on the lot?
I think because we'll have trouble meeting the offsets, I think we'll have to go to them.
Side yard setbacks?
Yeah, but we'll be increasing the setbacks, so I don't foresee issues.
Right, that's cool.
These lots, there must be some grandfather clause with these lots, right? The lots are tiny.
Yeah, I mean theoretically, I think that's why DCR was happy to approve it, because theoretically it could still remain 2 separate properties with 2 wells, 2 tight tanks.
Yep.
I mean, you're improving existing conditions,
Mhm.
so I
Yeah.
mean, that's,
I think you mentioned too,
Yeah,
you're
the lower lot.
decreasing impervious area on the lot too, right?
Yeah, and I think the lower lot only has 6 feet of street frontage.
Oh, that's right, there's that little strip.
that's weird.
Yeah.
These lot shapes are very funky. Okay, well, if there's no other comments from commission members of the public, I can entertain a motion to continue to our October 21st meeting.
Motion to continue
I make a motion to continue
George beat you
the,
to it. Yep.
Oh.
to the October 21st meeting.
what he said.
So you second.
Are you seconding?
I'm sorry, I didn't even hear you.
I'm gonna write down that you seconded, is that okay?
Fine.
Okay.
You have to say the word.
That's right.
Second.
So she can record it. Alright, roll call.
Farrington, aye.
Hunt eye.
Bjork and I.
Williams and I.
Gentilucci, aye. Alright, thanks Mark, we'll see you in
Thank
a
you.
couple weeks.
Thanks, Mark.
We'll see ya. Have a good
Good
night.
work.
Have a
Good
good one.
baseball.
Yeah, good luck at baseball.
Yeah, good luck to
Yeah.
Timmy.
We'll see how we got it.
Alright. Next on our agenda, sorry, I'm not sharing our agenda. Let me get that back up. Share the right screen here. We have a request for a certificate of compliance. This is for 141 Turkey Hill Road. Did anybody have a chance to drive by the site by any chance?
I did a drive-by yesterday.
You did, how's it look?
Grassed,
Alright,
grassy
that's good to hear.
and gravelly. The driveway is gravel. But it's completely stabilized. Like I said, it was a drive-by because I didn't have permission to be there, so.
Well, there's an order of conditions out, right, on the
Driving in
property,
the-
so you technically could.
Yeah, I
You
know,
could swing
we
by.
just, there was 2 cars in the driveway.
No, it's
and
okay.
it was good.
But it looked, this one looked okay. This one was, what's this, like 3 or 4 year old house, something like that?
Yes, yeah, it was a relatively new construction. Who was the
Okay.
builder on this one?
Is this,
I think this was one of Jim Harity's properties,
yeah.
and the gentleman that lives there now is the one who applied for the COC.
yeah, Turkey Hill sounds like Jim. I think
Harry.
Jim-
Yeah, I think that was
he
his
was
stretch
building a
down
few
there.
houses on Turkey Hill.
Yeah.
So Susu's got some signs up down there too.
Mhm.
Those are nice wooded lots.
Yeah, they are.
Were nice
Right.
lots, I should say.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Kenwood used to be a beautiful run.
So So Glenda, everything looked okay to you? Looked pretty stabilized?
Sure, was there any special conditions that I need to be aware of? Cause I didn't really look at the filing, just
Let me double check.
jumped by. The property owner has requested a service.
Where is this?
Oh, they provided a septic as-built.
Oh yeah, would this one be required to do an as-built?
Yes, I'm sorry, I uploaded it as a separate file.
You did, okay.
Yep, but he did provide a septic as-built.
I thought
Oh, I do, hold on, I do
Yeah,
have that.
I'm sorry, I didn't attach
No,
the
no
same
worries.
one.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, all that looked stable
Okay.
and grassed, and like I said, the gravel driveway right at the front is just gravel. It's not paved.
Do we need, usually, I know more recently, the as-bills we request through our orders of conditions have a little bit more information than this, right? We usually wanna see limits of driveways, edges of the wetlands, things like that.
This is a specific septic as-built.
Yeah, this one's just for, this was probably done, I'm guessing for Board of Health.
Like, that's a requirement
Yeah, yeah,
for the Board of Health.
for the septic.
I'm not sure if this one was one of the ones that required an as-built. I'm gonna guess it probably did, cause I think it's fairly recent.
I can't remember when we started requiring more detailed as-bills.
In 21,
I-
this was built.
Yeah.
If you pull up the file for the street number, the
Yep.
original order would be in there, so we could take a look at the special conditions and see if it's on there.
Okay, let's see if I can find that. This was 141, right?
Correct, yep. I'm not sure if back then it was just under the lot number. Did it have a street number back then? If not, it was lot 5.
I don't even remember what I had for breakfast.
Yep.
You can remember something that was built 5 years ago, you remember the lot number?
Oh, it's over there.
Oh, I can't see that far.
But I totally could have played it out.
It's right here.
Oh, alright. Even with my glasses, it looks like lot 3, so. Remember, the turkey breast isn't actually filled with stuffing.
Hey, stop it.
No having fun at the
I'm
conference.
sorry. we're having
Behave over there.
Yeah, the special conditions will look different. They'll be at the very end.
Special conditions.
Yeah, those are the generic ones that come out when you do it through ETEP. And then the last, yeah, there we go.
Is our as-built info at the end of our special conditions?
I think it's post-construction section, yeah. Yep, right there. Section B.
No synthetic pesticides or herbicides may be applied within the wetland buffer zones. That's gonna be a continuing condition. No additional alteration of areas under jurisdiction. Conditions shall survive the application of operation include continuing conditions, certificate, invasive species, blah, 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 blah.
So I'm looking at 40B. I think based on that, we do need the as-built to have a little bit more information. before we can close this one.
Post
And do you want
construction
me to get the letter too
conditions,
from Julian?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we will need that too.
certify engineering statement, certifying site has been developed.
Yeah, Julian's provided that on a couple of others and he was the engineer as well, so I imagine
You should
that
able
would
to
be an
find
easy
that.
ask.
Yeah.
And what else did we want added to the as-built?
Well,
Oh.
reading through this, I think this actually is not our current requirement for as-bills. I think this one, because it is a little bit older.
Yeah.
But it does say, so exact location of all structures and the topography of the finished grades of the site, and then the letter. We actually we did not ask for edge of wetlands, driveways, other site features. I think we asked for that now, but this one must be, this must have predated
Yeah.
when we started requiring that as part of our special conditions.
Any
So-
deviations from the approved plans?
Yeah, if there are any, that should be in the letter. So they already have the buildings on there. They've got the house, they've got the septic.
So just out of curiosity, would they have to go by what was on that? To provide us the as-built, or would they have to go by the new regulations?
They would go by what's in here.
What's in there?
Yeah, yeah,
They're kind of grandfathered in.
yeah,
That's
whatever's,
what I thought.
whatever is
I
part
was
of
just-
their order of conditions.
I was asking for
Mhm.
learning purposes.
Yeah. No, it's a good question. Our requirements are a little different now, but we can't make those retroactive if we've
Right.
already issued an order of conditions.
In an ideal world, I wish that when the project was done, the developer would come in, cause then you feel bad when it falls to the homeowner and this
I
is
know.
kind of outside their area of expertise and then they have to pay for,
Yeah.
you know, it's too bad when it happens that way. So then if you've got the structures, you would just need the topography of the finished grades on there?
Yep, topography and then a letter from the engineer.
Okay,
I think that's all we need on this one.
okay, I'll follow up on that.
Anything else on this item? Questions, comments, concerns?
I learned something.
There you go.
You got a little stuffing
That's
in there
awesome.
now, you know?
Right, the turkey breast learned something on Turkey Hill Road.
It's a good fall theme.
Right.
All right,
So this is continued.
this is, yeah,
We don't need a motion since
Yeah,
it's not a
yeah,
hearing,
it's
but
just a
yeah, I'll
request.
follow up for the next meeting, see what I can get.
okay. Next on our agenda, we've got follow-up on Brice Estates enforcement order, which I think we also don't have any new information on.
That's correct.
Okay.
Mr. Blair did not respond to our original enforcement order, which did have a deadline of September 1st for the restoration plan. So I had also reached out to Becky Gendro to ask if she had some guidance because the DEP also had concerns with some things they saw out there, but I didn't hear back.
Okay.
So unfortunately, I don't have anything on that either.
Okay. So hopefully we'll hear back from DEP at some point with some guidance.
I'm hoping.
How many times have we reached out to Mr. Blair at this point? At least two? Okay.
Yeah.
I'd ask, is it worth reaching out again, but I'm not sure it's gonna help.
I think the hard part is we don't have teeth right now
Yeah.
without the DEP and without the bylaw,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I don't know if this section of Woodside falls within the section that is currently being considered for street acceptance. So potentially if, you know, the commission has comments that they would like the select board to consider if it is along that stretch,
Yeah.
then that might be something worth submitting.
I think this is outside. I'd have to check, but I think
What
it's,
is
I
the
think
street?
it's outside of
Woodside.
It's Woodside.
Woodside.
And at the fall town meeting, he's seeking acceptance from Main Street in through to Pioneer Circle.
Yeah.
I can't see this. I'm blind.
I can't either.
This is Pioneer Circle.
Yes, so I don't know if any of it falls along that first section of Woodside, cause the request is from beginning at Main Street all the way up Pioneer Circle.
Yeah, I think the crossing is past that, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, the crossing is not included in the street acceptance request, but I don't know if any of the other things you guys had seen along the way,
I would have to
Within
look it
that?
up.
some of those pictures you guys had taken,
Mhm.
I think of the
The
bridges.
development plan
Yeah. We have it on the drive.
or the GIS maps.
Yep.
Trying to remember, were a lot of the issues we saw out there, I recall they were in the vicinity of the crossing that they were working on. Were there any that were further away from that? Do you remember?
I think most were right near the crossing.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. It was
We didn't
all,
see anything,
even the trash was down by the crossing.
Yeah.
Yep.
we didn't see any
In
like
that general
breached. Right. We didn't see any like breached erosion control barriers
Anywhere else, right? Just
in
that
the,
one.
in the areas where we looked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just that discharge at the crossing.
Okay,
Okay.
I guess we'll just put this one on hold again and hopefully
Yeah, that feels like forever ago.
it was.
I know, right?
That was August 18th. That's great.
Tamika, maybe if we don't hear back from, it was Rebecca at DEP
Yes.
that reached out to?
Yep.
Maybe if we don't hear back from her soon, maybe just ping her again, just to
Yes.
follow up.
Absolutely.
And see, I think the next best thing would be to get some input from them, I think, yeah. And they can hopefully help us determine next steps here.
Okay.
Okay. All right, next item on our agenda, we wanna talk about having a joint meeting with the planning board. So proposed date right now is October 14th. I don't think we have a proposed time at this point.
Yeah, so this would be during one of their regularly scheduled meetings. Their meetings start at 6:30.
Okay.
If the commission was amenable to that date, I would just extend a kind request to the chair that they take this matter of business first so that you guys don't have to sit through other business. But it's completely up to you. If this date doesn't work for people, we can go back and propose another. You know, there isn't necessarily anything emergent per se. I think Melissa was trying to just keep the ball rolling, so.
She, will be back from the land of croissants by then?
She shall, I believe, yes.
We don't know if Melissa's available that date, do we?
I think she is,
Okay,
because I had run this date by her before I put it on the agenda and she said, yeah, put it on the
Okay.
agenda, so.
okay. Unfortunately, I'm not available that day, but that doesn't mean we couldn't still do that day if others are.
October 14th, what day is that?
A week from today.
It's a Tuesday.
Oh.
Tuesday of next week.
Yep, it's an off,
You said
Meeting night.
6:30 is their start time?
6:30, yeah.
Yeah, I got
And I
something
won't
that
be able
night.
to attend to take the minutes because I have a select board meeting that night because of the holiday. So it pushes things off. Not that
No,
it
not
matters that
acceptable.
I'm there, just,
And
6:30.
I can't make any promises.
what's this joint meeting for?
Were you saying it would be you're hoping it would be at the beginning of the meeting?
yes, I would put in a request to the chair to ask if they could take this up at the beginning. I think the intention, Linda, is to kind of establish a more collaborative relationship when it comes to particularly subdivisions and making sure that everybody's on the same page and following the same processes to try to avoid some of the issues that have come up recently.
So
Gotcha.
it's not specifically to talk about the recent issues with Arrowhead Way, it's more
No.
kind of looking forward, looking into the future.
Exactly,
To
and
try to avoid
yes.
Try to avoid issues like that,
that
yeah.
roadway.
Yep.
I think it's a good discussion topic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it's my understanding that the consulting firm that was hired by the planning board is gonna be presenting his findings on Arrowhead Way that night. So just as an aside.
It sounds like it would be worth it if we can do our joint meeting with them, to also hear their findings too. Does that date
That's
work for
too-
others?
It seems to work for me.
Yeah.
October 14th at 6:30?
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm on a flight back that day. I forget what time I get in. So it's really iffy for me, but
It's iffy for me as well.
you know, if Melissa can
From
go,
Waltham.
do
I don't have
Jared,
100% confirmation from her that she can go.
Yeah.
I feel like if Melissa can go, then that's good, we, like that would work, but then like Jared, you said you couldn't go,
I can't
cause
make
you
it
have
that
another
night.
meeting
I
that
have
night.
another meeting that night, yeah,
Brian said,
I think I can.
okay.
Brian, Mary, what do you,
I can go.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm much help with this yet, but I
Me either.
can go.
Would it be like
you're very helpful because you're here.
if I don't know if you feel strongly about being there personally, but would you be amenable to kind of delegating Brian and potentially Melissa and Mary to kind of be the information gatherers to bring it back
Yeah.
to this board to
Yeah.
have another discussion?
That's a great idea.
Yeah, I don't think it has to be all of us, I think if 2 or 3 of us can go, I think
It'll
that's
be
good.
recorded as well.
Right,
Yes.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah,
the
it's a
other thing,
regular
we
meeting.
can watch
So-
it, so.
We can watch it afterwards, we can talk about it at our next meeting. And we can always, if we see a need to maybe do a few more of these joint meetings in the future, we can always see if they're amenable to doing more of them.
I just know it's tough trying to get a lot of people together on the same night, so
It is.
I figured maybe if at least a couple can start
Yeah.
the discussion.
Okay,
Yeah.
It'd be
Too
nice
many
if-
meetings,
I know.
It'd be
not
nice
enough
if,
time.
it'd be nice if everybody could do it like one, if the,
Tamika,
Yeah.
can you double check with Melissa?
I
Just to
sure
see if
can.
she's available, or maybe it sounds like at this point, we can say, yes, let's plan for October 14th.
Yep.
Would you reach out to the planning board to let them know?
I can,
Okay,
yes.
you can let them know we anticipate having, a couple of members there.
Mhm.
We can have that discussion
Yep.
and,
And I'll post an agenda in case we have a quorum,
Okay.
and I'll just
That'd be
request that they take you guys at the beginning if they can.
perfect, that sounds good, thank you.
If not, I imagine it might just be after the consulting firm, if Delia's already promised him the first slot. But I know that's something you guys would wanna hear anyways,
Right.
so,
Yeah.
but we'll try to work things out.
Where's that meeting again?
That one's gonna be over in the Calkins room, where you guys sometimes go,
Oh, yeah,
cause select board will be in here.
Calkins?
yeah,
That's the one you guys go to when select board is in here.
not the big room at the end, but the one next to it.
Okay, thank you.
I'll send you an email reminder too.
Alright.
Thank you guys.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you. I'm guessing we wanna pass on talking about wetland regulations tonight?
probably a good idea.
I'll be honest, I haven't had time to even look at it.
I pass.
You pass.
I second that.
can't.
We can try to talk about it next time.
Yeah,
But
when
I'll-
Melissa's here.
It'll be,
Yeah.
have to be in French,
Yeah, there we go.
I know very, very little, but.
Tamika, I wanna come back to this 44 Welch Ave.
Yes, thank you.
This was, I'm sorry, you said this was a COC request, right?
Yes, we had a COC request come in today, so I thought if we could schedule a site visit so you guys can talk about it at the next meeting. This is a relatively new construction from 2022.
I was just pulling it up on a map, so this is, Welch Ave is over off of Emerald?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just west of 56 Maple Ave. Okay, so I don't think we need to schedule a group site walk necessarily, but maybe people can at least do a drive-by before our next meeting, just so we can verify, I mean, if it's been constructed. You said it was 2022?
yes, that's when it was issued, yeah.
So I'm guessing it's probably like the other one that Glenda drove by, it's probably okay. but
Yep.
Definitely, good idea for us to put our eyes on it, just to confirm.
And I did upload the submission to the folder, if you
Okay.
wanted to take a look. He does have the as-built and the letter from the engineer.
Oh, awesome.
And this is looking to see if there's like grass and stuff on the lot.
Yeah, make sure that it's the site is fully stabilized or mostly stabilized. We usually look for 75%-ish, somewhere around there. Yeah, and then if they already have the letter and the as-built, if those look good, if the site's mostly stabilized, then we can probably approve it at the next meeting.
Okay.
But it is a good idea for at least one of us to, like I said, even just do a drive-by, just to make sure that it's, that the site's in good condition. Yeah, we just don't wanna issue a COC if there's still areas that need to be stabilized, or any areas that could potentially cause, you know, runoff issues, sediment getting to the nearby wetlands.
Okay, so can we just go out there and do an inspection?
Yeah.
Like walk around and stuff?
Yeah, I can give Gordy a heads up. I'm not 100% sure if somebody's living there right now. The request is submitted by the builder, but I can just shoot him an email and let him know that, you know, the commission members may be stopping by at some point in the next couple of weeks.
Cool.
And he can give the homeowners a heads up.
It's Gordy Olin.
Yes.
I haven't seen him in, God, 4 years? I didn't know he even built out here.
Yes, yeah. In fact, the COC you guys had at your last meeting was one of Gordy's too.
Wow.
Is he building Holden?
He did. He
Yeah.
built, I wanna say it, 2 new homes off Chapin Road. Somewhere else too, but I don't remember.
Can I ask you guys a question? This is a
Sure.
little bit off topic. Is there anybody that would be able to attend the special town meeting in case we get questions on our request for a revolving fund?
Mhm.
When's
It's
when is
Thursday,
it?
November 20th at 6 p.m.
November.
at Glenwood. And I'm just anticipating that there may be questions of basically what funds are you, what are you collecting, what are you gonna use the account for? Just in case questions came up, I wanted us to be able to answer them in the hopes that,
Yeah. I
it
think
would
I can go.
pass. Okay,
We just went through the process.
I might be able to be there as well.
okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to put on your radar, I know it's still a few weeks out, but even if just one person is able to come and speak to it, and we may not get questions, but Murphy's Law says if nobody
Just in
comes, we
case,
will,
yeah.
you know?
A 53E and a half
Correct.
revolving account. Where are we in that
So,
fee collection thingy?
well, so the bylaw is still in its extension with the state. They have until mid-October to either get back to us or request another extension. We can't technically fund the account until annual town meeting. That's when we set, that's when we set the maximum spending limit for the year. So between now and then, we'll have to come up with a number that we think is the average number for that account. But essentially, once you guys adopt your rules and regulations, you should be able to move forward with charging, fees and fines and things like that. But at least if we can get the account established, because if the bylaw passes at the town meeting, it still has to get approval by the AG's office. So the hope is, if everything goes well, we would have it in place and be able to start using it in the spring. That's my thought. And the bylaw committee did give a positive recommendation for town meeting floor,
Good.
so.
Good.
Does council have any input?
It's with town council right now, so I don't have their comments yet. But I'm not anticipating anything, cause we've done articles like this in the past, we basically just replicated the language we used in the past, we're just adding to the chart.
Understood.
That's it for me, thank you for hearing my question.
Oh, thank you. Well, nothing else left on our agenda. Any other commission members have anything else?
Can I ask a question about that account?
Sure,
Who tracks the money?
that's a good question.
Our accountant?
So if I
Like,
may,
is there a treasurer on the commission, or like who tracks the money?
so usually I do.
Oh, okay.
So I
You do
do
everything.
it, I do it for the planning board, so I keep track on my own Excel spreadsheet of things that are coming in and out. But on a higher level, the town accountant keeps, very, very close details of that. But for our own purposes, I like to keep track, so if anybody has a question, I don't have to bother the accountant to pull a report. I can just say, hey, this is what's going on and this is the balance we have right now.
Yeah.
And then I process any of the check turnovers, any bills we have to pay from it.
I was just curious.
Hmm.
Because I was hoping we weren't gonna have to do that.
No, you don't have to.
Don't you,
I
George.
nominate George
George is the treasurer.
Right.
to keep track of our local fees.
So I don't know if this is the place right now, but I'm not really clear on what it is even that you're talking about as far as the
Oh, sure.
collection stuff goes.
Sorry, Mary, I'm
No,
glad
it's
you
okay.
said something, I feel bad.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I answer, or would you prefer to?
Absolutely, no.
Okay.
So we're looking to set up a revolving fund, which means that we can put money into it and we can take money out of it. Because we're adopting a bylaw with regulations, that means we can potentially charge fees that we are not charging fees for now. So for example, when somebody submits a certificate of compliance request, there is no fee for that. A lot of other municipalities charge a fee. Usually it's like a $50 fee to submit it. So we can charge application fees. If there's any violations, we can charge fines for that. So that money, those monies would go into the account. And then if we had any expenses that we needed to pay, we would then take the money out of that account.
What would expenses be? Like what's an example?
So for example, I just paid a Quinn Engineering invoice for the help that they provided us on the Arrowhead Way. I just paid a KP Law invoice for the same purpose. That came from our Wetlands Protection Act fund, because that's the only one we have right now. Back when we had done you weren't on the commission then, but we had an author come in and do a reading at the library.
Yeah.
So we paid them through that. So any miscellaneous expenses that come up, because we don't get a budget in the general fund. So normally with the budget, all of the line items that we have in our municipal budget, money comes out of them, but you can't put money into it.
Okay.
Money goes into one big pot of money. This allows us to separate it out exclusively for use by the Conservation Commission.
Okay, so for instance, if we issue an order of compliance, something like that, that would be a fine we might be able to.
Yes, so for example, the enforcement order that we recently
Yeah.
issued, right now, we don't have the ability to fine.
Right, okay.
With that, the regulations and bylaw in place, we could extend a fine. We would have like a fine table.
Okay.
And then if we collected the fine, it would then be deposited into our account.
Okay, and then also we had talked about like doing like activities with kids in the library, like making seed balls and stuff like that. That would be
Yes.
another thing we could fund with this.
Yes, and the nice thing about that is it gives you flexibility, because with the Wetlands Protection Act account, we can only take things out of there that are directly tied to promulgation of the Wetland Protection Act. So an activity like that, we couldn't take the money from there.
Okay.
So that fund, you could.
Okay.
It gives us
got
that
it.
flexibility, and nobody else can use it. So it's like, at the end of the fiscal year, it doesn't roll to free cash, we don't lose it, the balance just keeps growing.
Okay. Got it.
Yes.
Thank
Does
you.
that help?
Yeah,
Okay,
helps a lot, thank you.
okay, you're welcome. Unfortunately, the only way to establish it is at a town meeting.
Okay,
But once it's established, all we do moving forward is we set the annual spending limit. So you say you can't spend more than X number of dollars a year. If for some reason something happened and we had to spend more than that, you just need approval of the select board and the finance committee.
okay,
So it's not set in stone, but it's very, very rarely an issue
okay.
for people.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was gonna say, it's probably worth, thank you for that explanation, Tamika. And Mary, just for your benefit, it's probably worth even going back a little further. You mentioned the bylaw, which we were able to pass at the Springtown meeting earlier this year, whenever that was. When was that?
May.
May.
Yeah.
Boy, that feels like a million years ago too.
Right?
And before that, we had worked for many months on pulling together that bylaw. So this has been a multi-step process
Okay,
that we're getting closer to the
Absolutely.
finish line.
Yep, and that's what the rules and regs will be.
Yeah.
Those are what's gonna accompany the bylaw. That's really what's gonna give you the teeth to be able to issue fines and have application fees and things like that.
okay,
But that's adopted by you guys, the regs don't have to go to town meeting. So whenever you guys finish them, you can adopt them and then they're in place.
okay,
Yeah, we'll have a public meeting where we allow public comment questions on the regulations that we draft. But you're right, that doesn't require approval at town meeting where the bylaw does, so it's a little bit easier to establish the regulations, but we will still wanna get input from the public before we, the commission, make them official.
okay.
Okay. Anybody have anything else? Nothing?
What's
We
that
have-
DCR thing?
What's that?
Was there some program or something?
Yeah, how was
Oh,
the forest health?
Forest health.
event?
Yeah, so I guess about 12 people showed up.
Oh, good.
There was a lot of talk about invasive species and like bugs, invasive bugs and things like that. I guess they brought a ton of refreshments, which was really nice. So I didn't specifically hear from the DCR, that's just what the library director told me, but she said it seemed to be very well received.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Forest health, huh?
Yep.
They gonna do that in other communities or
I think so. Yep, they said it's part of their outreach program. And they're trying to-
DCRs,
DCRs, and they've been trying to connect with the local conservation commissions.
forest health?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I worked with Jacob Seidel to coordinate it.
Yeah, I'm glad they were able to do that.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to make it unfortunately, but glad they were able to do it.
I think it may have been recorded. So if you wanted to check it out, I think it might be on our YouTube channel.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Check that out. Before we adjourn, we have a member of the public here. Hi.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
I haven't been in a while, came to listen in, I do
Oh,
live
sure.
on Finn Park, was kinda curious about that,
Okay.
but no objections or anything, just curious.
No other, I just wanted to check in if you had any questions
no,
for us,
thank
any
you.
comments?
But
Okay.
I did learn a couple of things, so
Excellent.
thank you.
Great, good. We're all learning stuff tonight.
Yeah.
See?
You learned we're the most fun committee in town.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Well, I knew that, well, laughs.
We were pretty reserved tonight.
Yeah, I know. Nothing-
Melissa's
nothing-
not here, so.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Nothing too
We didn't have our
strenuous on the
leader.
agenda. All right, well,
Dylan, you said that.
Right, the real troublemaker, she wasn't here.
if no one has anything else, take a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second that motion.
All right. Roll call.
Farrington, aye.
Hunt eye.
Bjork and I.
Williamson, aye.
Chancelucci, aye. We are adjourned at 6:47.
Record meeting.
Good.